All right, so to get started with our email verification, now that we know the basic strategy we're going to be using for this, let's open up our create account page and start from here. Okay, so I mentioned that once the user creates an account, we're going to have to send them to some sort of page that says, great, thanks for signing up. And then we're basically going to redirect them back to the login page while they go and verify their email address using the email that we're going to send. So the first problem that we run into here, though, is this create user with email and password function that we're calling from Firebase auth will automatically log the user in once that account is created. Okay, so what we need to do here essentially is log the user out immediately after that account is created. So basically what's going to happen is right after this, we're going to have to say log out, blah, 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 and make sure that that happens as quickly as possible. Now, that won't actually stop the user from visiting all of the other pages in our application if they really want to, right? If they know how to remove this line from the code, which is absolutely possible in the front end, then they'll be able to still see all of our pages. So what that means is that we're going to need to implement protection on all of the routes that serve those pages so that even if the user does manage to remove that logic that will immediately log them out, they won't actually be able to use our application, right? So that's the basic strategy here. The first thing we're going to do then is we're going to log the user out immediately after they create an account. And to do that, we're going to import the logout function or sign out function that would be. So we'll say sign out from Firebase auth. And then down here, what we're going to do is say await sign out. And we're going to pass the auth instance by saying get auth. And that should make sure that they're logged out immediately. Okay, and once we've logged the user out, we're going to want to send them not to the notes page, right? Instead, we're going to want to send them to a new page which we have to create, which will basically be the please verify your email page. So what we're going to do is we're going to create that new page, and we'll say, I don't know, we'll put it on the route please verify, I suppose. So let's open up our routes now, and we'll add that new route. We're going to have to create the page shortly as well. Now, this route will be visible when the user is logged out. So I'm just going to put it down here with the login page and create account page. Under that, I'm going to say route, right? It's just going to be a regular route because it doesn't really matter if the user is logged in or not when they see this page. And inside here is where we're going to put that. All right, so let's create that page. What we're going to do is open up our file tree here, and inside pages on our front end, of course, we're going to create a new file, and we're going to call it please verify email page, right? Not a super smooth name there, but it tells you exactly what the page does, so why not? All right, so here's what this page is going to look like. It's going to be extremely simple. We're just going to say export const please verify email page. Not going to take any props or anything. What it's going to do is just display a basic message, and after, I don't know, about 3 seconds or so, it's going to redirect the user automatically back to the login page, okay? So here's what this is going to look like. We're going to say return. We're going to have some React fragments here. Inside there, we're going to have h1, and we'll say thanks for signing up. Under that, what we're going to do is we're going to say something like, we just sent a verification code to your email address. Please open the email and click it to verify your email and use the app. Awesome. So pretty straightforward. And as I said, what we're going to do is we're going to have this page automatically redirect the user after a certain amount of time. So we're going to import use effect from React to set that up. And in order to make it actually happen, we're going to import the use history hook so that we can actually navigate the user programmatically. So let's say import use history from React Router DOM. And then down here, we're going to get the history. We're going to say const history equals use history. Under that, we're going to say use effect. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to say set timeout. And when the time runs out, we're going to say history.push, and we're going to send the user to the login page. So we're going to call this after, I don't know, let's say 3,500 milliseconds, and that will redirect the user after 3.5 seconds. And let's just put an empty array here for the dependencies list. We can always say history as well, just to cross our T's and dot our I's, but it's not really necessary. And that should be all we need to do. So let's just go back to our route now that we were defining. We're going to add a path to this route, of course, which will be something like /please verify. And inside here, we're going to put that page component that we just created. So please verify email page. And that is about it. So let's test this out now. What we're going to do is we're going to run our application by saying npm run dev. And what we're going to do is log out and try and create an account with a new email that we haven't used yet. I'm just going to use something dumb like this, and we'll say asdf@gmail.com. And for the password, we'll just do something simple. We're going to end up deleting this account anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal. And let's click on create an account. And what this will do, it'll send us to this page here, and it will automatically redirect us to the login page. Awesome, so that's how we create that please verify page, and that's pretty much all we need to do. So I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.